Good morning, this is the 606th class. The objective of our video is to explain art through the pre-Hispanic period.
Better known as the pre-Columbian period, before the colonization of the Spaniards in Mexico.
This will be about 40 million years in our countries before urbanization and before industrialization.
There were indigenous people living in cities and towns, but they weren't savages. They became an organized civilization.
Art was an important aspect of pre-Columbian culture. Painting was in its most earliest period.
Similar to Egyptians, they painted codices, which are reminiscent images painted in walls of the Egyptian buildings.
These codices were paintings in which humans, animals, and deities were depicted with a yet poor understanding of perspective.
Some of these were made by the Aztec culture and others by the Mixtecos.
These codices were made to tell stories like the origin of nature, animals, and plant life. Some depict gods with human figures and decoration all over their body.
But painting was not the only art in the pre-Columbian period in Mexico. Eventually, literature became necessary to represent days, months, and years.
But let us not forget about the most useful art in any civilization: architecture.
Places that have survived the centuries of modernization are those temples and pyramids not destroyed during the Spanish colonization.
These pyramids are reminiscent of Egyptian and Sumerian buildings, but they have their own style.
Based on their own deities and their perspective about the cosmos and the creation, this is where sculpture joins.
Sculpture and architecture were joined hand by hand. Sculpture depict gods, many in animal figures such as snakes, birds, and leopards.
Sculpture, nonetheless, was made with precision from solid rocks, and in the case of temples, they were made for worship.
The architecture was related with their astronomy. They were aligned with the stars, and the dawn and the sunset could make interesting effects with their shadow.
Figures will be most of the time carved in the same rock of the building. Some images depict the elevation to heaven and the descent to the underworld.
Next to come is a dance. This includes popular dances used in parties and ritual dances influenced by religion.
The main use of dancing was during rituals in order to worship or pay tribute to their deities.
An example of this is the Yaqui culture with its famous Danza del Venado, having the elements of the shamanism and using animal masks for it.
The dance was also included in another art, theater. It was used to depict historical events and comedies. One of its aspects was the religious influence.
In the Aztec culture, the Tlamatini was the one in charge of transmitting the plays that talked about gods, friendship, war, love, and death.
And because of this, when the Spaniards came to conquer the civilizations, the theater was one of the first things they removed because of its influence and local topics.
And with this, we conclude with explanations about the pre-Hispanic cultures and their ways of creating art. We hope you like it. Thank you so much for your attention.